Schrodinger's Haze is a thought experiment in quantum mechanics. If you put a Haze in a box with a device that has a 50% chance to kill her, and then you close the box, Haze is both dead and alive at the same time until observed. This is assuming you can't just hear her from outside the box. Anyhow, a very recent operator is, in my opinion, very similar to Schrodinger's Haze, Mumu, Muelsyse, or this smug bitch, however you wish to call her. Until the Mumu is thoroughly observed, she is both kinda and also really strong. Mumu is one of the most uniquely designed operators in the game, and by far the most interesting. She isn't as stunning and mesmerizing as my wife Gummy, but she puts up a good effort. Then why is Mumu both strong and terrible, and why do I think her design is top-notch? I'll explain it all in this video that pretends to be all about Mumu, but is actually yet another piece of subliminal Gummy propaganda. So hello there, it's me, SUPAH, sharing opinions that are hopefully not as controversial as the last ones. Last time, I had someone say Silence Alter, the free unit, is a cash grab. That's how bad it got. Mumu. She is a 6-star tactician vanguard, officially putting Vigil's bottom-tier ass in an early grave, as if comparing him to Beanstalk and Black Knight wasn't bad enough for him already. Her gimmick, and the reason this video exists, is basically being the imitator from PvZ. First, she summons a little cum blob, or a mua. Then you feed someone to the mua, vor fetishists rejoice, and through the miracle of life, it's another Mumu. This secondary Mumu, which will be called Mumu from now on, inherited most of the stats, attack range, and attack speed of that operator. Keep in mind though, they don't copy the trait. This can be good by removing bad traits like Axe, or bad by removing good traits like Exias, so keep it in mind. This on its own is already classified as pretty slick, but the skills and the talents get even better. At the time of editing this, Mumu doesn't have a proper Game Press page, so I did some artistic renditions of what they might look like. Talent 1 summons a Mumu and does what I explained just prior, with the additions that melee Mumus steal the enemy's stats too, and ranged Mumus make a copy of themselves, a Mumu. Talent 2 is simple Rhine Labs synergy, reducing their DP cost. Skill 1 makes DP over a period. Don't worry, I forgot she was a vanguard as well. And Mumu and Mumu gain attack and attack speed. Skill 2 makes DP instantly. Mumu and Mumu gain attack, and melee Mumus get healed and gain shelter. Ranged Mumus instead hit twice and target a random enemy in range. Skill 3 also makes DP instantly, and Mumu and Mumu gain attack. Melee Mumus will become a sort of dollar store mint and pull enemies towards them. Also stunning enemies it blocks like UNAPOLOGETIC. Ranged Mumus create clones of themselves. Mumu, and Mumu. Their attacks also inflict bind. You may have noticed a running theme. Ranged Mumumus are just plain better than melee Mumumus. I think this was purposeful, because the ranged selection of operators to sacrifice to the Camblob Mu is generally worse compared to the melee selection. For ranged Mumumus, you'd have to settle for someone like Rosa Pocarosa, or Satan Loli, or Eben Balls, while melee ones eat good, like the kids at the back of the class. You can feed them Madrock, or Penance, or Monster. I think. I don't know if you can feed Mu summons. An important note is that Mumumu's type isn't dependent on the tile they are on, it's dependent on who they absorb. For example, a Mumu on a ranged tile but that absorbed Penance is considered a melee Mumu, despite the tile it's on. This means my dreams of a Gummy harem are shattered and my day is ruined. You may have also noticed that the skills and the talent 1 for melee Mumumus does give them more stats, so you end up trading the skills for just unga bunga more stats. So, Muelsyse is complete genius, I think. She avoids a lot of the issues inherent with the balancing of operators and is also very cool and fun to play with. This is because, ultimately, Mumu is as strong as your account. And there is the Schrodinger parallel. Until the Weeb's account is observed, Mumu is both strong and weak. So new players and those people that open the game like once a month get f***ed over, because they just have nothing worthwhile to give the Mu. Meanwhile, the Turbo Sweat meta sheep that haven't come in contact with natural sunlight in years, like me, have plenty of good stuff to feed her. It's damn near a feeding wave gain fetish artwork. Sorry for making you think about those. I like Mumu because she is probably the only operator in the game so far that explicitly rewards veterans and long-time players. And she has a pretty high skill ceiling to boot, thanks to her nature. I think the game should implement more stuff that rewards veterans. And I do say that purely selfishly, because I am one. And the only other operator that rewards veterans is Gummy, with her immensely high skill ceiling. If you fail a stage while using Gummy, you were using her wrong, and it's your fault for not being able to master her gameplay. And that's all, I just wanted to suck off Mumu this video. Bye.